locker room. The officials are ready to go, and so are we here on the Southern Hockey Network. And the locker room set to get onto the ice. Did not get a warm-up, so we'll have to see how that affects him down the stretch. Some talking going on the ice. Still looking for Parker Stone. Just getting some water in his bottle. At least we'll say it's water for the safety of the broadcast and for the family watching at home as he takes the ice. And we'll see how that affects the Deerbras as he has had no warm-up time. But we're getting set here for the puck drop.
Never let them know your next move, Gavin.
That's always the truth. Sometimes a goalie comes in locked in. This puck's dropped. Sharks come away with the opening draw. Flipped up. Albom. Johnson leaves it for the captains, Rogers. Rogers cuts in. Ridgely's going to take a little spill there. Now Albom for Rogers. And now the Deerbras up the other way. Going to get a spill at center ice. But not carrying DeMichael, who shoots and he scores! The Deerbras start the game early. DeMichael puts it in the back of the net, gives them a 1-goal lead. Your goalie doesn't have to be ready when you're scoring goals like that. Only 27 seconds into this one. And already looking for 2. Drives in, loses a step. Graves there. Drives in and he shoots and he scores again!
You know, this might have to be their new ritual, having the goalie come out a little bit late, making them think they have a chance, but nope.
And Anthony DeMichael, 2 quick goals. And you got to wonder, I'm not sure if Isaac Graves has ever played between the pipes before, maybe just a couple games. So typically a speedster for the Sharks roster, so missing him defensively. But have him between the pipes. Johnson drives in, he takes a shot, and he answers and scores.
What a game we have on our hands.
This is going to be a barn burner to start it off. Maybe they heard the new intro. Maybe they're just as pumped up as we are.
They said, oh, they have an intro now. We really need to pick it up.
So just a short start to this game and already 3 goals on the board. As Wade Rogers is going to play it back defensively, sent up the ice. Now Wilwright has it in, knocked off the stick. Stays onside. Now Albom, a shot right into the chest of Stone. He makes a save. Now flipped up the glass and out of the zone. Sharks maintain possession with Wilwright. Kicks it across to Albom, bounced over the stick. Now dumped into the zone. Deerbras going to try to move it up and out. Now the Sharks with it in their own zone. Flipped out to center ice. Albom. Knocked off the stick there by Ruales. But now driving in. Tries to cut to the slot. Couldn't get the shot away.
Oh, just missed.
Not able to find enough wood on it. Was Allen. Or Miller, excuse me. As Ruales cuts back. Flips it up the boards. Not out. It's Kevin Sumner who had the puck there for a moment. Now it comes back to him. Tries to play it up the boards. Does. Deerbras going to get it out. Chris Furman cuts to the inside. Getting a stick on it, Wilwright. Furman has it taken away. Now chipped up the boards. Sharks trying to drive it. Hibbs to Albom. Albom just fires this back behind the net. Albom battling on the forecheck. Kept in by Miller. Takes it down low to the corner, has Hibbs in the slot, looks for a backdoor pass, goes through the blue paint, comes out to Albom, who wasn't able to get a shot. Hibbs tried to drive it towards the net. Miller once again getting the pass, and Ruales tried to move it up. Now Miller trying to get to Hibbs. Albom lost it in the skates. Now turning it up, Brent Wilkins. Wilkins tries to just move it up the ice. Tried to chase after it. Taken away. Sharks up the other way. Now a shot by Hibbs, saved by Stone. Wyman drove it in. And now a race for the puck, Jason Gates, and we're gonna get an icing call there.
Stone showing us that he does not need a warm-up.
Has made some big saves, hasn't really been tested too much. The Sharks did find some offensive zone time there. We're starting to build the pressure, just fanning on a couple of shots, but they're gonna get a big opportunity as this faceoff is coming down to the right of Stone. .852 left to go in this first period, and saw 3 goals in just the first minute, but since then it's calmed down a little bit. As now Nick Gill tries to play it up the boards. Does chip play. Will Wright's back for it, pressured by DeMichael, who's already on hat trick watch. Now a chance for Gill in the zone, he loses an edge. And now played up the boards. Back behind Miller, didn't see it. And now taken up by Keith Sumner. Will Wright takes possession for the Sharks. Is going to dump it in on the right side of the red line. Ridgely back for it. Backhands it around to Gill. Gill along the half wall. Moves it up to Sumner. Sumner's got some space. He's going to drive it into the zone cleanly. Tries to cut to the slot. Gets a pass over towards Gates. Just barely out of the reach of Gates. Now it's back behind the Sharks net. Now Gill with it, up to the point, backhanded in by Ridgely, taken away by the Sharks. Now a break for Johnson. Johnson's got one in the game already. Drives in, a good stick by Sumner on the back check, and he's gonna take it away.
Great defense right there.
Keith Sumner got back in a hurry, made a great stick play defensively. This one sent down the ice for an icing. And Johnson, I mentioned, already has one in this game, was a threat to score there, and the defensive play by Keith Sumner, that stick lift, made all the difference and stopped this one from becoming tied. So another icing against the Deerbras. Both teams get some fresh legs out there. Icing just moves it down into the zone, does not stop you from changing. Deerbras a bit of a longer bench as a shot into the chest of Stone. He makes the save. That was Will Wright taking it. And now out of the reach of Furman, but icing waved off. They say maybe got a stick on it. Ruales with it. Takes the shot, that one up high. Goes back behind the net, kept in by the Deerbras. Sent towards Furman, who was in the blue paint. Now to the point for Kevin Sumner, a shot, and Graves gets the cover. Making a big save. It's Kevin Sumner firing that one from the blue line. Graves makes a big save there and now gets a face-off to his right. A shot by Furman towards the slot. It's loose, cleared out of the zone by the Sharks. Brett Wilkins was down low. And now Hibbs with it on the backhand. Brent Wilkins with it, takes a shot. Graves makes the save. Now it's coming around. Furman tries to keep it in, but Kevin Sumner skates into it. He takes a shot, trying to get it redirected. Wilkins was down low in front of Isaac Graves, trying to set a screen. Hibbs was racing after the puck there, cleared out of the danger area by Vanderstein. Hibbs back for it, sent around the boards. Albaum not able to keep it in. Just escapes the zone. Wayman was trying to keep it in. Now a cut move. Furman almost took the puck away there from Will Wright, and Will Wright's going to skate it up ice. He'll take a shot. Stone, he saved it initially, but finds the back of the net, and the Sharks have tied this one up. What a shot there by Will Wright as he's tied this one up. Almost gave the puck up to Furman, but did a good job recovering, took it up the ice, put it in the back of the net, and we're tied 2-2 now.
What a game we have in our hands. And it's only the first one of the day. We have 6.
Plenty of action today here on the Southern Hockey Network. There's plenty of action at the Polk Athletic Complex, too. A watch party for the Lightning. Game 7 tonight as Johnson drives in. He takes a shot. Rings iron, stays out. How does that one stay out? Johnson robbed by the post, and now a chance up the other way for Gill. Driving in, shoots, and a save by Isaac Graves. 5:45 left to go. Good opportunities at both ends.
At least through my camera, it looked like it went in. I was so ready to give him that victory shot, but stayed out.
And that's, if you're Parker Stone, you're hugging that goalpost. You know it saved one there. It beat Stone, but was not able to beat that right side post as this one's flipped out to the neutral zone. Ridgely cross ice to Gates. Gates has to Michael, who has 2 already. Now cleared out of the zone. Johnson drives in, backhands it over to Albom. Albom, back door. If Johnson was there, that would have been a tap in, but just not able to skate into it. Now sent around. Keith Sumner with it. Far side corner. Chips it up the boards and out to Gates. Gates tries to chip it up the boards past Wyman, but Wyman able to come away with the puck. Enters the zone onside. And now Gates is up the other way. A stick lift attempt there by Miller. Gates enters the zone. Has it taken away by Wheelwright, who has the game-tying goal for the Sharks. And that one down the ice for an icing against the Sharks.
Can I just say that I know we're usually not here on Sundays, but we have a very decent-sized crowd today, and I love to see it.
Yeah, plenty of Lightning fans in the building. Mentioned there's a 6 p.m. watch party here, so if you're in Lakeland and you don't know where to go watch the hockey game, despite being in the building in Tampa tonight, this is the place to be. It's going to be exciting. It was rowdy on Friday night for the Game 6. So if you can't make it to the game in person tonight, there's no better place to be than an ice rink. Come on down to the Polk Athletic Complex, watch the game as we get a spill there by Ridgely, trying to drive in towards the net, and that's got to be a call. We're going to get a penalty. That's going to be Furman on Johnson. A little bit of knee on knee. They're going to call it a trip. So now a power play for the Sharks. They've scored 2 unanswered after giving up 2 early goals to tie it up, and now a big opportunity on the power play. Hopefully Johnson's okay. Gonna take a little breather. Trying to make a move, and that's gonna be a call every time as Furman's gonna sit down in the box with the Sharks now on the power play. 4:24 left to go in the first. This one rolls in on Stone. He'll make a quick save. Albom set to take the draw, wins it for the Sharks. Sent to Wheelwright at the point. A D-to-D pass. Gonna get a spill and a player's down. That's the captain, Wade Rogers. Slow to get up. Seems to be okay. It's a hard shot. That one's in front of Stone. Cleared out by the Deerbras. They're gonna flip it down. Stopped from going the length by Wheelwright, who's gonna go back and collect this puck. .350 to go on the clock. Minute 22 on the penalty. Wheelwright gets it to Wheelwright. He's like got the official jersey and a duct tape jersey on the ice today. As this one shot towards the net. Hit up the boards. Rogers has it. Turns, tries to shoot. Now it's going to be cleared down the ice. Kevin Sumner flips it out to the neutral zone, gets past Wheelwright in the light blue, and he's going to take a spill, and that one's going to roll to the corner, killing off some much-needed time as there's 40 seconds left to go on the power play. 3:06 in the period. DeMichael back for it for the Deerbras. Going to turn it back behind Stone and just try to get it down the ice. Once again, Wheelwright keeping it at center, cuts inside. Driving, looking for his second of the game, turns, shoots, rings the iron. That right post being the difference maker late in the second half of the period for the Deerbras. Get it a contract as Wayman dumps it into the corner. Battling against Sumner. Sumner had the stick on the puck. Chipped out to the half wall. Sent back in by Wheelwright. A pass to the slot. Albom was calling for it. Comes out to Rogers. Rogers a shot. Goes top right corner. Bounces over the back of the net. Parker Stone making a big save. Backhand opportunity. Back behind the net for Wayman. Back to 5-on-5. 2:07 left to go. Backhanded out of the zone. Deerbras do a good job on a crucial kill. The momentum was all in the Sharks' favor after scoring 2 quick ones. But both teams starting to settle in. Miller gets it to Johnson. Johnson drives in, tries to kick it to his stick. Keith Sumner takes it away, plays it up the boards. Tried to get it to Gates, comes out to Wheelwright for the Sharks. Wheelwright ships it up to Johnson. Good stick by Ridgely, sends it down. Graves comes out to play it, slow it down. Icing waved off. Wheelwright for it, minute 30 left to go. Plays it up the boards. Cutback move by Hibbs. Hibbs is going to turn, look for a pass. Plays it across to Wayman. Wayman backhands it over to Wheelwright. Played up. Sumner now with it. Tried to make a move. Stolen away by Hibbs. Hibbs is going to cut back. Sumner back defensively. Made a strong play, and now Gates up the other way. Has Gill. Stick lift taken away by Wheelwright. Miller turns, collects it at center ice. A 3-on-3 the other way. Hibbs enters the zone, tries to pass it to Johnson just behind him. Miller turns, gets it to Hibbs in the slot. Good stick, and Parker Stone's gonna get the cover. Deerbras reading that pass and stopping Hibbs from getting a clean shot. So he's gonna go for a change, and we're gonna get a face-off to the left of Stone. Johnson set to take the draw. Sharks win it, controlling a lot of the face-offs in this offensive zone. Gets the puck deep. Now Furman's gonna try to play it, battling against Miller, kept in by Johnson. Down to the corner, Johnson takes the spill at center ice. Kevin Sumner tried to turn, move it up, sends it up the boards, but Johnson able to skate into it. Johnson trying to drive, good stick by Ruales. He's going to drive up the boards. Has it knocked off the stick by Johnson. And we're going to get a whistle for an offside with 14.8 left to go. In a high-flying period, 4 goals, 2 on each side. We thought at the beginning of the game the Deerbras were just going to run away with it, but Sharks answered back quickly. Isaac Graves finds his poise in between the pipes. It takes a little bit. You're not used to playing goalie, and eventually you find your footing. Found the confidence, has made good saves. As time winds down here in the first period, both teams tied at 2. The Sharks and the Deerbras starting off our action here on the Southern Hockey Network on a Sunday. The goalies will switch side, the teams will take a breather, and so will we, and we will be back here for the second period on the Southern Hockey Network. So both teams got a short breather. They're set to take the ice. We're set to get ready for the second period with the puck drop. Sharks scored 2 on answers. Both goalies ready to go. Parker Stone, Isaac Graves between the pipes. As we are underway, Sharks win the opening draw. Will Wright back with it. Has a goal in this one, the one that tied it up. Albom's going to try to drive in on Kevin Sumner. Forced back behind the net. Trying to maybe leave a drop pass. Leaves it for Miller. Vanderstein's going to send it around the boards. Kept it at the blue line by the Sharks. Done back behind. Miller tried to play it. Now a backhand pass, and that's in! A backhand pass, a backhand shot, and the Sharks score. Now a 3-2 lead for the Sharks. They found the offensive footing. We'll see if they try to continue that momentum as we get set for the face-off. Puck is dropped. Now the Deerbras with it. Sumner gets the pass from Ridgely. Sumner looking up ice, try to get it to DeMichael. A good touch pass by Gates, gets it to DeMichael. DeMichael tries to turn, look for a pass to the slot. Willwright gets it out of the zone. Now Hibbs with it. 1-on-2, leaves it for Miller. Miller tries to cut, loses it for a moment, battling back below behind the net. Good things came for the Sharks last time when they got back behind the net, but Sumner able to angle him off, take the puck away, try to play it up the boards now. Gets a good pass to Gill. Gill has Gates cross ice. They enter onside. Stick lift by Willwright takes the puck away from Gates. Sends it around the boards. Ridgely there waiting for it. Tried to stop it with the skate. Wade Rogers was fresh off the bench. Or maybe the stick got tied up as he was trying to make a play on it. Now Anthony DeMichael. And now a spill at center ice. And now Willwright with it back behind. Now a pass up to Albom. Albom drives in, backhands, and not able to get the shot past Ridgely, who got a stick on it. Made a good defensive play. Sharks still have it in the zone. Rolls in on Stones from a sharp angle. A shot from Miller, flipped up and out of the zone. Now Ruales has Gates, tries to backhand it. A good play defensively by Willwright. Say I've said that a number of times, but it's made a big impact. Miller now gets a pass right behind Rogers. Ridgely back for it in the far corner. Ridgely settles it down, tries to go up to Gates. Willwright in the light blue. Takes it away. Now played up the boards to Rogers. Bouncing puck, chipped around Ridgely. Sumner against Johnson. Johnson comes away with the puck for a moment. Tries to drive out wide, tries to backhand it, loses a glove. And we get a whistle. Did Stone make the save there? He's looking for the puck. Not quite sure what happens. Looks like we're getting the face-off at center ice. Is that a... That looks like it's going to be a Sharks goal. Got no indicator. But the Sharks get another one on the board. Now they have a 2-goal lead, scoring 4 unanswered.
Well, if you need an indicator.
And that's the goal horn. As Wayman tries to flip it back behind. Deerbras got to put the pressure up. Ruales with the puck. Now Chris Furman. Furman kicks it out to Vanderstein at the point. Vanderstein, a shot, it gets redirected off a teammate in front. That was Brent Wilkin. Hard shot. Goes through the blue paint out to the near side corner. Sharks gonna collect. Chip it out to neutral ice. Johnson a chip play. Gets it around Vanderstein. He's trying to win the race. Gets tied up by Vanderstein. Couldn't get the shot away. Hibbs drives in. He shoots. Stone makes a save. Out to the far corner. Rogers fires. Another shot. And Johnson scores. And so now a 3-goal lead for this Sharks team. That's going to be Johnson's second of the game.
Both of us did bring hats today, just in case.
You never know when you're going to watch a hat trick. It can happen at any moment, and his official had to duck under that one. It comes back for Sumner. Now a 5-2 lead for the Sharks team. The Deerbras got to find a way to get some momentum back. They clear it out of the zone. Gill tries to skate it up. Lost it on a poke check. Comes back to Kevin Sumner to try to get to DeMichael. And now Willwright driving in, has one, shoots, but that one gets blocked by Vanderstein. Vanderstein plays it up for Gill. Not able to get the speed to track that one down. Now Hibbs at center ice. Trying to play it off the boards to Rogers. Rogers going to send it around the horn. Vanderstein with it, chips it up the boards. Out of the zone, battling for it at neutral ice. Taken away by Hibbs. Now DeMichael back in his own zone, trying to play it up the boards. Kept in, sealed off by Hibbs. Now Hibbs tries to take a slap pass, plays it off the boards behind Stone. Wyman keeps it in. Good effort there. Sharks now with possession in the offensive zone. A shot in on Stone, and he'll make a save, get the whistle. 7:36 left to go. Sharks in control of this period, haven't really let anything through the neutral zone, have been doing a good job getting sticks in the passing lanes and showing good effort on keeping pucks inside of the Deerbras zone. This puck's dropped, comes out to the point. A shot by Wayman, saved by Stone. Flipped out of the zone. Furman's going to try to skate into it. Gets there first. Furman drives out wide. He shoots that one. Gets over Graves. Not sure if he used the helmet to make the save or the crossbar. Ruales turns Furman a save. Kick save there by Graves. Another shot. That one goes off the side of the net. That was Gates with the shot. Now comes out to the point for Keith Sumner. He takes a shot towards the net. Graves makes a save. Rebound. Furman not able to get the shot away. Now Wade Rogers up the other way. Chipped up the boards. Miller's going to skate in after it against Keith Sumner. Sumner turns, cuts him off. Still battling down low, has to skate back behind Stone. Still pressured by Miller. Wade Rogers gets a stick on it. Sumner angling him off and driving it up the ice. Gets it to Gates, who's onside. Gates tried to look like he was going to shoot. Now he's got to drop it back to Sumner. Sumner's going to run into Miller. Two bigger bodies on the side. Graves makes a save. Cleared out by the Sharks. That's Willwright. Ridgely back for it. Ridgely tries to play it up, gets it out to the neutral zone. Keith Sumner going off for a change. Furman tried to play it, left it for the slot. Miller, Ruales finds the stick on the puck, fires it towards the net. It was left in the blue paint. Another missed opportunity there for the Deerbras. As now the Sharks the other way, and it seems like the puck luck is just not on the Deerbras side. They've had a good number, as a shot there by Albaum goes over. They've had a number of shots where there's been rebounds and just not able to find someone to get there and put it in the back of the net.
Like you said, Gavin, the puck never lies, though.
It doesn't, and eventually they're going to go in, and right now another goal by the Sharks. No, looks like Stone made the save, excuse me. I thought that one got lifted over the pad, but able to get the leg out, make a big save there. And now one of the questionable biggest and toughest leads in hockey, the 3-goal lead. I still always say it's 2. That's my ruling, but we'll see if the Deerbras can find a way to come back. They've had a comeback victory where they won in overtime earlier this season. As Willwright cuts in, he shoots, Stone a save, cleared out by Kevin Sumner. Willwright another shot, loses out in front. The pressure by the Sharks. Wayman takes a shot, Stone makes a save. Out to the near corner, but not out of danger. Sharks with it, chipped down low. Pass out to the slot. Now Kevin Sumner has some time, trying to skate it. Miller looks like maybe caught a piece of Gill, and now a delayed penalty against the Sharks. Jason Cribbs with the arm up. We're going to get a whistle for offsides, and that is going to see the penalty called. Miller's headed to the box. Looks like a high sticking will be the call. Not quite sure if it was a high stick or a slash, but definitely saw that Gill was affected. Looked a little shaken up, and now a power play for the Deerbras, and this is a big spot for them. This faceoff is going to be to the left of Graves. DeMichael out there wins the draw. Sharks come away with possession. DeMichael, good effort to keep it in the zone. Now it's chipped up the boards, not out. DeMichael pins it along that near side half wall. Dumped deeper into the zone. Brent Wilkins got to watch the stick there. Almost drew a high sticking himself. DeMichael dumps it back in. No shots so far on the power play. Sent around the boards. Kaye Sumner tries to keep it in, just gets past him. Deerbras gonna have to touch up. Cross ice pass in the neutral zone. Ridgely takes it off the boards, trying to get around Hibbs. Hibbs is gonna chip it back. DeMichael now with it. 4:38, minute 22 left to go on the power play. Cross to Sumner. Sumner's gonna try to drive it up. Enters the zone cleanly, cuts back, looks for a pass across to Ridgely. Broken up, sent back, and that one looked like maybe got a piece of the netting on the side boards here, but no whistle. And now shorthanded up the other way, Johnson. Takes a hard shot, that one looked like it was going top left corner, goes wide of the net. Under 60 seconds left to go on the power play. Michael drives in, shot blocked by Wilwright, out to the corner. Wilwright sends it around the boards. Sumner not able to reach up and grab that one. It goes down the ice. 40 seconds approaching, Ridgely back for it. 3:52 left to go in the second period. Ridgely tried to chip it around and just didn't get enough on it. Johnson drives in, plays it off the boards, is just gonna circle back. Trying to protect this 3-goal lead, does not want to leave a shorthanded opportunity at the other end of the ice. Now driving in, Gill turns, cuts back, looks for a pass, fans on the first pass. Wilkins tried to leave it for Ridgely, taken away. Wilwright with it. About to get back to 5-on-5, 5 seconds on the penalty. Miller's up in the box, and we're back to 5-on-5 as he steps onto the ice. Johnson, cross ice. Sharks going off for a change. It's offsides. Shot there by Wilkins. And we'll see if this faceoff is going to come the length of the ice or if just going to, Miller took the shot. We'll see if this faceoff is going to go the length. Well, looks like it's going to stay right outside of the Deerbras zone. As we're back to 5-on-5. Puck's dropped. Sharks win it, but Kylie Ruales came away with the puck. Albom across to Miller. Miller drives in, shoots, goes wide of the net. Kevin Sumner back for it. Miller was skating through the blue paint there. Now sent back behind. Kevin Sumner moves it up the ice to Furman. Furman hasn't stolen away. Wilwright back for it. Goes across the boards. Miller picks it up off the boards, dumps it into the zone. Now played up by Vandersteen. Taken away. Wilwright fires it towards Stone. Miller finds it. He shoots. And a save by Stone. Had to make a reaction save. Miller found that one in close. Now sent around the boards. 2:15. Kevin Sumner with it. Plays it to Furman. Furman tries to chip it around Miller. Has to go back to Sumner. Sumner across to Gates. Escapes the zone. Chipped up left and center ice. Gates gets it over to Furman. Furman tries to get around Wilwright. And now taken away by Wilwright.
That's a name you don't want to have to say 5 times real fast.
There's a lot going on. Not many whistles in this game. As a turnover in front, a shot by Rogers. Stone makes the biggest save so far. 1:41 left to go, and what a save there by Stone is. Wade Rogers had what looked like a goal served on a silver platter, just not able to get that one in the back of the net. So face-off to the right of Stone. Albom set to take it versus Anthony DeMichael. Albom wins it. Just escapes the zone. Sharks not able to keep it in, so gives Kevin Sumner some time to chase after it, set things up, and looks to move it up the ice. Tries to cut in on Albom. Now has some speed through center ice. Turn defense to offense. He takes a shot. Graves makes a save, tries to get a cover. Comes out to Gill. Gill looks for a pass at the blue line. DeMichael, a hard shot, redirected into Graves' chest, and a good clear by Rogers. Helping out the goaltender there. And now tries to get out of the zone. Now a chance for Albom the other way. A 2-on-2 has Hibbs. Albom, a hard shot, bounces back behind the net. Stone might have gotten a piece of it. Now kept in by Wilwright, but now with some speed, Vandersheim had to turn. He's going to drop it behind Gill. It's going to slow them down, allow the Sharks to get back, but it's still a 4-on-3, a shot there. Saving it there was Graves, is back out to the corner, trying to get a pass to the slot and sent down the ice. That's got to be an icing, and we are going to get a whistle with 39 seconds left to go in the second period. The Deerbras have to find a way to take advantage. You just want to get one goal before the end of the period, cut it down to a 2-goal lead, get some momentum. This is probably the biggest 38.5 seconds of the game for the Deerbras. You've got to find a way to stop some of the Sharks' momentum. They've controlled a majority of the pace of play. Sumner comes out for it, goes to take a shot. Now to Michael down the ice, and that's going to be another icing against the Sharks. And this one coming all the way back down the ice. We'll get another face-off to the left of Graves. DeMichael set to take this one versus Johnson. Johnson wins it. Wilwright turns, just tries to move it up the boards. Gets past Furman's going to take it up. Cross ice pass. Gets it to Hibbs. Hibbs cuts in. Has Johnson, tries to drop it for him. A little bit of miscommunication. And Michael's going to play it up the boards. Michael comes away with it, flips it into the zone. On to Graves, final 3 seconds. Graves comes out, just looks to play it, turns it back, and makes a good play, and that's going to do it for the second period. So 3 Sharks goals are the difference. And now a 3-goal lead for the Sharks with a 5-2 lead. Both teams will take a break, talk it over, look to find the keys to success. Sharks looking to hold on to this one. Deerbras looking to come back as we approach the third period when we come back here on the Southern Hockey Network. And we're back underway for the third period. Deerbras with some work to do. They have the possession off the opening draw. Michael drives in. He shoots right into the glove of Graves. And I said it at the beginning, I wasn't sure if Isaac Graves has ever played goalie, but you can definitely see maybe he was a goalie in his younger career. Maybe take some reps at goalie during some of the high school practices for Durant. So showing the flair, showing off the glove. Is definitely comfortable now late in this one. And it's been the difference as the Sharks have a 3-goal lead. This pass out to the slot, cleared out by Wilwright. It's been defense by committee for the Sharks.
It's always good to know that if your main goalie can't be there, that you can always have someone trusty to be in your stead.
And Luis Ortiz normally in between the pipes for the Sharks team, but Isaac Graves making a name for himself in between the pipes. It helps when your offense is kept the puck in the defensive zone most of the game as Albom a shot. Stone makes the save. Comes out for Miller. Miller a shot. That one gets blocked by Sumner. Now left in the slot. Nobody there for the Sharks. Ridgely's just going to play it up the boards and out.
I have noticed all the Sharks players are really helping them out over there.
And like I said, it's defense by committee, offense by committee. It's a full team effort for the Sharks team, and that's been the difference. The Deerbras just got to find a way to string some passes together as Hibbs is going to drive in. Hibbs takes a shot, gets blocked by Keith Sumner. Kept in by Willwright. Willwright a shot. That one gets blocked by Gates. Now played up the boards and out. Ridgely not able to get a stick on it. Willwright's going to turn it around. 10:27 left to go. He's just going to play it behind Graves. Play it up the boards. Albom's going to try to turn skate into it. Ruala is fresh off the bench. Gets around Albom, drives it into the zone. Forced out wide, tried to cut inside, loses it. Wayman was going to play it, but left it for Willwright. Willwright for Hibbs. Hibbs up to Miller. Out of the reach of Miller. Kevin Sumner gets a stick on it. It's going to escape the zone. Sharks have to touch up. Hibbs D-to-D pass with Willwright. Now a good pass up to Albom. Skates in onside. Has Hibbs in the slot. Backhand pass. Stone makes a save. It's still loose. Goes wide of the net. Kevin Sumner with it. Plays it up. Chris Furman with it. A hard shot. That one goes wide of the net. Kevin Sumner skates into it. Keeps it onside. But back to Willwright, who's just going to flip it. Miller bounces it high into the air. Escapes the zone. But still sitting on that blue line. Now Ruales has to turn it back. Uses speed, try to cut in through the Miller. Miller knocks it off the stick. Vanderstein tried to dump it in the zone.
Good job making sure they're not off sides right there.
That was Ruales making a good move to get the skate back on the blue line. As Vanderstein a shot right into the chest. Was headed towards the chest of Graves, and Miller got a stick on it, showing off the hand eye. Now Johnson tried to take it away from Kevin Sumner. Vanderstein plays it. Slowing things down. Now sent up the boards by Ruales. Got it to Brent Wilkins. Turned over, chipped up the boards by the Sharks. Now a 2-on-1. Has Johnson in the slot, finds him backdoor, and he scores! That is the hat trick for Troy Johnson. He's got 3 in this one, and now a 4-goal lead for the Sharks.
Who doesn't love to see a good hat trick?
And remember, this is only the first game of the day. I promise fireworks. We've got him in this one. Sharks a 6-2 lead. As Willwright's going to turn this one back. Play it up ice to Johnson, who's still out there. Sharks proving that they are the apex predator. As this one's sent around the boards.
Do Deerbras go into the ocean?
Well, luckily in real life, I don't think you would see a Deerbra and a shark. But then again, I'm not quite sure. Because I've heard the origin story of a Deerbra. It was on the highway. You never know where you're going to see a Deerbra. Sometimes it could be on the highway making you late for work. And sometimes you might find it in the ocean.
I hate when that happens.
Especially when it takes my baby. I hate when the Deerbra takes my baby on my way to work. It's unfortunate. Deerbras win the face-off. Go D-to-D. Kevin Sumner now with it. Turns, looks up the ice. A good stick by Wayman, but a chance now for Gill. Gill shoots right into the chest of Graves, and the net's going to come off, and we're going to get a whistle as a hard collision. And we'll hope they're okay, as that was a hard collision into the net. Cribbs fixes it, looks like. Making sure the ice is okay instead of so it looks like it's good, just needs to check the skate blade, make sure it's good. Maybe that was what the player back behind was checking. So good to go, able to skate off the ice. Johnson tries to play it up the boards. A little broken play there, but Albom comes across with it. Left it for Johnson, but now Keith Sumner with it. 7:45 left to go. He's going to have a 2-on-1 with DeMichael driving in. DeMichael comes away with it, tries to turn, get a shot away. Good defense by Willwright. Kept in by Sumner. Sumner lost it in the skates trying to play it. Goes back towards the faceoff dot and cleared out by the Sharks. Wade Rogers trying to skate into it. Gates is back for it, turns. Tries to move it up the ice. Hibbs got a stick on it, kept it in the zone. Hibbs, a good pass, finds Wyman trailing. Wyman a shot. Stone makes the save. It's still loose. Rogers tries to tuck it in, and Stones gets the glove on it, on that right post. Stops the tap-in chance there from Wade Rogers, who's had 2 good opportunities in this one, and both of them saved by Stone. So we'll wait while Stone fixes his equipment. As we get set for the puck drop. It's dropped, Sumner with it. Tries to play it around the boards. Kept in by Wayman. Wayman, a pass to the slot. Rogers was calling for it. Not able to handle it. Pass had a lot of sauce on it. Now Sumner trying to skate it up out of the zone. One of the questions I've been hearing lately is how's the sauce? That pass had a lot of sauce on it. But Deerbras up the other way. Wayman tries to flip it up the boards. Almost found the Sharks bench. So we approach the halfway mark of this third period. DeMichael pressured in the own zone by Albom. Michael plays it up the boards. Out to Wilkins. Wilkins keeps it in the zone. Backhands it towards Furman, taken away by Wilwright. Wilwright backhands it out of the zone to center ice. Stand up, Wayman gets it to Rogers. Sent back up by the Deerbras, getting a stick on it, and Wilwright back behind Graves. Wilwright plays it over to Rogers. Rogers, a hard shot. That one, Stone went down into the butterfly, and that one went wide of him, but a little bit more to the left, that would have been in the back of the net. And that's where you talk about puck luck. That's one of those goals that if that goes in, you know you're going to have a good day on the ice. Sharks have been having a good day anyways, have not needed the puck luck. They found ways to put it in the back of the net as Wayman cuts back. Passes it towards the slot. Kevin Sumner got in the way of it, never got through to Stone. Now up the other way, Brent Wilkins with Chris Furman. Wilkins drives, tries to shoot. Wilwright gets a stick on it. Now Vanderstein with it, center ice. Goes to Kevin Sumner wearing the number 69 Shoresy jersey. Cuts inside, looks for a goal. Shoots, saved by Graves. Still with Kevin Sumner as he's going to press it down into the far corner. Comes out to the point for Vanderstein. Vanderstein a shot. That one rings up high off the glass. Chris Furman keeps it in at the blue line. 5 minutes left to go. Escapes the zone as Miller gets a stick on it. Vanderstein back for it for the Deerbras. Plays it up the boards. Kevin Sumner was going off for a change. Brent Wilkins plays it deep into the zone. Ruales, fresh off the bench, is going to chase after it. Played behind by Wilwright. Wilwright just fires this one down the ice. It's definitely going to be an icing. 4:39 left to go in this third period, and a comfortable lead for the Sharks. Face off to the left. Excuse me, the right of Isaac Graves. Rallis versus Johnson for the draw. Puck's dropped. Sharks come away with it for a second. Still battling. There's a little tie up. Miller's going to finally chip it out of the zone for the Sharks. Keith Sumner's back for it, looking cross ice. But also looking for a stretch pass. Just going to get a short pass to Rallis, who cuts in along the neutral zone boards. Tries to cut inside, forced back behind the net by Wilwright, looking for a backhand pass, cuts back behind the net. Tries to flip it up over the net for Gates. What a play there by Ruales. Flipped it over the net, set it right onto the stick of Gates, just not able to get enough on it to get the shot. So now Gates is trying to shovel pass it towards Furman. Furman plays it for Gill. Gill's a shot. Graves gets it with the glove. Couldn't get a cover pass to the slot. Played down low by Miller. Now escapes the zone. Albom trying to win the race first. Gates wins it. Still pressured by Albom, but gets it out of the zone. Morales tried to win the race against Willwright. Now settled back down for Gates. Gates gets it to Keith Sumner, 3:30. Now Ruales takes a shot, it gets through, gets redirected out to the corner though, doesn't reach Graves. Got through 2 bodies, couldn't beat the 3rd one as a shot there rolls in slowly wide of the net. Furman tried to get a backhand and took a little bit of a spill there. As Albom gets it in the zone, but now sent out by the Deerbras. That was Keith Sumner getting a stick on it. Miller driving in. Miller a shot, that one goes wide of the net. Albom down into the corner. Chip back behind the boards. Miller with it. Now Brent Wilkins into the corner. Now driving in Johnson, has 3, shoots. Saved by Stone, and that one's in. Tucked in on the back door by the Sharks. Looks like Albom. No, looks like Johnson's taking the fist bumps. I'm not quite sure who's credited with that one. If Johnson got it, that'll be his 4th. Thought Albom might have tipped it in on the back door, getting his first of the game. But that increases the lead to 5 with 2:38 left to go. This puck's dropped. Now played across. Hibbs gets it to Rogers. Rogers is just going to dump this one in. 2:30 left to go. Ridgely settling things down. Has some time. Tried to move it up for Gates, but cut off in the neutral zone by Wayman. Wayman now skates it into the zone, driving in. Forced out wide, pass towards the slot, nobody was home. And now a chance the other way. Brent Wilkins. A 3-on-2 for the Deerbras. Wilkins is going to take a fall there. It's let loose, no one able to possess it, and finally the Sharks come away with it. Deerbras trying to drive it in. Keith Sumner has to wait. And now back onside, and a little bit of miscommunication there. Sumner wasn't able to bring it in the zone, just had to skate along the blue line. Stone's back for it. It's going to leave it for Sumner. It's now driving in. Sumner has it taken away by Willwright. Sells things down. Final 90 seconds of this period. Rolls in on Stone. He's just going to play it. Play it forward to Michael. Michael cuts inside. Now Rogers trying to drive in. Has it taken away. DeMichael chips it up the boards deep into the zone. Trying to win the race versus Willwright. Final 60 seconds. Kept in. DeMichael tried to pass it out to the blue line. Nobody was there to seal the corner. Kevin Sumner has to come out as Deerbras have to touch up. 45 left on the clock. Skating back behind. Willwright's just content to waste some of the time off the clock. Rogers keeps it. Now he's going to drive it in. Has Wayman cross ice. Gets it to Wayman. Wayman a shot. Goes wide of the net. Had an excellent pass there from Wade Rogers. So now Wade Rogers with it. Turns it up. Dumps it into the zone. DeMichael back for it. Final 10 seconds. Gonna flip it in on Graves. Graves gonna make one more save. Willwright possesses the puck. Looks like he's just gonna turn, try to backhand it up the boards, and now he's just gonna tie it up and kill off the remaining seconds of this game. And the Sharks gonna take this one 7-2 to start off our action here on the Southern Hockey Network on a 6-game Sunday. Still plenty of action. And what a game by Isaac Graves. Typically not a goalie for this team, but made saves when he had to, as well as the offense for this Sharks team. Starting early, coming back down from 2-0 and going on to score 7 unanswered after DeMichael had 2 quick ones to start off the game. So that will do it for the first game. The Sharks take this one versus the Deerbras. We'll be back shortly as the Dirty Oars are going to take on still Team 6 at 4:15, or, well, it's 4:13 now, so we'll get some fresh ice, and then the Dirty Oars are going to take on Steel Team Sticks here on the Southern Hockey Network.